Alright, so here we're going to learn how to use the calculator to find local maximum, local minimum points. Okay, so there's also a video on the same page here about finding x-intercepts on your calculator. Okay, so to actually go through this thing, I just typed in y, typed y equals push the y equals button in the top left, typed in this equation, just made this one up. So based on our work, we should know that the x-intercepts are going to be -2 and +1. Where -2 has a multiplicity of 1 because it only shows up once, and 1 has a multiplicity of 2 because it shows up 2 times, right? That x squared, or the x minus 1 squared, that quantity squared. So to find the local minimum maximum, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a zoom right up here in the top middle. And zoom 6 is our standard 20 by 20 screen. It's a good place to start here. Okay? So local minimum and maximum values are going to be the points right here that are the maximum within a small little area here. Technically, this does not have an overall maximum because the graph extends infinitely up here to positive infinity. Same deal on this side. It doesn't have a local or an absolute minimum because it goes all the way down to negative infinity. But locally, so within this little range or this little interval here, we have a maximum here. So to find the local maximum, you use the calculator. The function is actually in the same place where most of our stuff is, which is actually if I push second and trace, it brings me the calculate menu. If you take a look on here, option number 4 is maximum. So you can scroll down or just hit 4. And then it'll say left bound. And so I'm going to go ahead and find that local maximum. I'll make my cursor to the left of it, hit enter. Okay, then it'll say right bound, so I'll go to the right of it. Okay. Hit enter, and then it'll say guess. I don't need to guess because there's only one maximum in that little interval that I gave right there. So I'm just going to hit enter. Okay. So I get that -1, 4. So it's my local maximum. It looks like the local minimum on the right-hand side is the x-intercept, but it might not be. So let's go ahead and check that out and see. So if I do second trace, brings me the calculate menu, option number 3 is minimum. So I hit that. And left bound, I just have to be to the left of it. It doesn't matter how far to the left of it I am, just as long as I'm not kind of going over the next turning point there on the left. So hit enter. This is right bound. I'll move my cursor to the right of it. Hit enter. And then guess. There's only one there, so I don't need to guess. So remember, the calculator does a pretty poor job of, at times, of giving you exact values for the graphing because it's pixelated. It's counting pixels, and there's some issue with that that goes beyond me. But in this case right here, we can see that the x value is approximately 1, and that number on the right-hand side, or the y value, is a very small number. Remember that e to the -12 is the same thing as scientific notation 10 to the -12, so it's a very small number. So for our purposes, the x value is 1 and the y value is 0. So that confirms the idea that I thought it was an x-intercept. Okay? So this process is pretty quick and relatively straightforward once you get the hang of it. Okay, I hope this helps.